Kanye West is nearly as well known for his futuristic fashion brand Yeezy as his rap career. In fact, this week West revealed the first piece from his 10-year collaboration with retailer Gap, which is now available to pre-order in the US. The Yeezy Round Jacket, pictured, retails at $200 and is made of recycled nylon. The launch was so popular some potential buyers found the site was giving them sold-out messages, but it's unclear if the jacket has actually sold out yet. West signed a reported $1 billion deal to design clothing for men, women and kids under the Yeezy Gap label last year, but he controls ownership and creative control of the brand and is still able to design Yeezy footwear for Adidas, a separate collaboration in place until 2026. Another rapper who is making money beyond music, Jay-Z, saw his investments in sports teams, music streaming, clothing and alcohol make him a billionaire in 2019. And this year Jay-Z, who has boasted that he has a million ways to make money, looks like he has started to cash in. In late February Jay-Z sold 50% of his Armand de Brignac champagne brand to luxury French group LMVH, which also owns big-name champagne brands such as Moët Hennessy, Dom Pérignon and Veuve Clicquot. No financial details of the deal were released, but in 2018 the Armand de Brignac brand was valued at $250 million. The following week Jay-Z sold a majority stake in his music streaming service to Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey's mobile payments company Square for $297 million. The deal means that Tidal's other celebrity investors, including Beyoncé, Rihanna and Madonna, keep their stakes, and Jay-Z joins the Square board. But Jay-Z isn't the only one in the family with an eye for an investment opportunity. Beyoncé has also developed her career beyond being one of the world's most famous music stars, and in 2016 she invested in WTRMLNWTR, a company serving up cold-pressed watermelon juice. Deemed an ultra-nutritious super drink, Beyoncé claimed she invested in the brand because it's the future of clean, natural hydration. The singer, who's worth an estimated $400 million according to LeBron James, has long been scoring in the world of business as well as on the basketball court. Since 2011 LeBron James has owned a 2% stake in Liverpool Football Club, which he bought for £4.7 million, $7.6 million, and earlier this year James has increased his links to the English Premier League club by becoming a minority partner in Fenway Sports Group, FSG, which owns the rest of Liverpool FC as well as the Boston Red Sox. The move means that James and his business partner Maverick Carter are the first black partners at FSG. James also founded sports nutrition company Ladder alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in 2018, selling on a majority stake to fitness app OpenFit just 2 years later, and is partly invested in 19 pizza franchises across Chicago and South Florida. The sports star also has his own production and media companies. In 2013, Kate Hudson co-founded Fabletics, an online subscription retailer that specializes in women's sportswear. The monthly service offers its members personalized sportswear based on their lifestyle and fashion preferences. The company brought in more than $400 million in revenues in 2019, and is the fastest-growing activewear brand in e-commerce history. What's more, Fabletics now has 50 retail outlets in North America alone. When they're not acting, famous siblings Mark and Donnie can be found with their chef brother Paul Wahlberg, middle, working at the family burger chain Wahlburgers. What started as a simple eatery in Massachusetts has now grown to 29 locations across the US and Canada, and the brothers also set up a London restaurant in May 2019, although it was closed due to financing issues in June 2020. The award-winning actress has turned her hobby into a hot money-making business, opening a chain of ping-pong clubs that are frequented by celebrities. Rumors are the late Prince was a big fan. Spin now has 7 locations across the US and Canada, with more due to open their doors in the coming years. With retro decor and an extensive cocktail list, this is an adult's playground. Casamigos is a tequila brand founded by actor George Clooney, along with friends Randy Gerber and Mike Meldman, in 2013. They sold it to global drinks giant Diageo for a hefty $1 billion in 2017. Diageo reportedly initially paid $700 million for Casamigos, followed by an additional $300 million based on the performance of the brand over the next decade. She's a whiz on the court, but she's even better in the boardroom. During a hiatus from her tennis career, Sharapova kept busy with her other interest, confectionery company Sugarpova. The business, which she started in 2012 with a $500,000 investment, has triumphed, selling in 22 countries. In 2018, she might not be the first celebrity to launch a clothing line, but she's certainly one of the most successful. The singer-turned-actress launched the Jessica Simpson collection in 2006, with lines selling in big department stores including Macy's. Now it has more than 30 different product lines including swimwear, jewelry, luggage and even kids' clothes. The brand makes an estimated $1 billion in retail sales annually, although Simpson sold part of her ownership for an undisclosed sum in 2015. He's known around the world as a legendary entertainer, but the crooner makes a nice chunk of change for something entirely different than his vocals, painting. Working under his birth surname Benedetto, his paintings can go for $10,000 a pop. He's been commissioned by the United Nations twice, one of which was later purchased by Oprah, while 3 Benedetto originals are in the permanent collection of the Smithsonian Institute in Washington. Rapper Diddy, formerly known as Puff Daddy and whose real name is Sean Combs, might be best known for his music, but he's got a whole host of business ventures too. The music mogul, whose net worth was pegged at $740 million in 2019, has a company called Combs Enterprises that comprises a portfolio of business interests and investments. One of these is a lucrative deal with drinks conglomerate Diageo, whereby Combs oversees and manages all branding initiatives for its Ciroc vodka company. His other brands and interests include Bad Boy Worldwide Entertainment Group, Combs Wine and Spirits, the Blue Flame Agency, Aquahydrate Water, Revolt Films and Revolt Media and TV. The former talk show host became a household name during her daytime TV reign, but it's largely her entrepreneurial pursuits that netted her a $2.6 billion fortune. She launched her own cable network, OWN, in which she owns a 25.5% share, which is estimated to be worth $75 million. She also owns an 8% stake in Weight Watchers, owns and produces several hit TV shows, including He's made a fortune from the silver screen, but the actor is also making millions in the kitchen. That's right, she walked the catwalk for Victoria's Secret and made history as the first black woman to have a solo cover of When He's Not Saving the World in the popular She Banks mega bucks when she's in front of the camera, but Witherspoon is just as successful behind it too. The actress started her own production company, Pacific Standard, in 2012 and has produced a string of hit films, including the R&B star has often found himself in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, but should his music career take a nosedive, he's got a lucrative side gig to fall back onto, Burger King. That's right. The entertainer revealed he owns not one but 14 Burger King restaurants around the U.S. While we don't know exactly how much Burger King contributes to Brown's rumored $50 million fortune, the popular chain is sure to net the star a very tidy income. She's proved she's a winner on the tennis court, but Venus Williams also has a creative streak. When she's not on the court, Williams can be found at her interior design firm V-Star Interiors. Launched in 2002 with little fanfare, her portfolio includes the swanky multi-million-dollar homes of NFL and NBA players, the Intercontinental Miami's presidential suite, and an $18 million revamp of the Southeast Tennis and Learning Center in Washington. Williams is also the CEO of sportswear Range 11. Once known simply as Paris Hilton's cheeky partner in crime on reality show, she got her start on reality TV, but she makes her money through cocktails. Frankel, who first appeared on The Singer, is worth an estimated $550 million, but when she's not working the stage, Madonna can be found working with her daughter on their clothing line Material Girl. The collection, launched in 2010, is available exclusively at Macy's and has had a string of famous faces front the brand, including daughter Lourdes and Kelly Osbourne. But that's not all for the original Material Girl. In 2017, Madonna launched her own beauty range in the US. The range, called MDNA Skin, has been available in Japan since 2014, and features high-end products such as a $600 magnetic clay face mask and a $50 cleanser. All items come in sleek, futuristic packaging. Fans of Newman in the 1970s and 1980s know him for his incredible films, but fans today are more likely to associate the late actor, race car driver and director with his range of food and condiments. In the early 1980s, the star founded Newman's Own, which initially just sold salad dressing. More than 20 years later, the company has grown to sell everything from popcorn to pizza. From the get-go, the company has donated 100% of its profits to charity, and to date Newman's Own and Paul Newman have given more than $550 million away to various good causes. With an estimated net worth of $800 million, the hip-hop star is inching closer and closer to billionaire status. And despite his string of hits, a large chunk of his fortune comes from side businesses, namely his Beats by Dre headphones, which he created when he was disappointed with Apple's earbud. Dre later sold the company to Apple for $3.2 billion in 2014, the largest one-off payday of any living musician in history. However, Dre is currently going through divorce proceedings with his wife of 24 years, Nicole Young, which could make a dent in the rap mogul's finances. The pair are fighting over the validity of a pre-nuptial agreement signed in 1996 that Dre says still exists, but his estranged wife says he ripped up after they married. Jenner, who found fame on Gwyneth Paltrow, is now almost as well known for her lifestyle brand Goop as she is for her acting career. Paltrow founded Goop in 2008, initially as a wellness newsletter, but the controversial brand is now worth at least $250 million. In 2017, the company got into trouble for selling jade eggs for $66 a pop, claiming they could alter women's hormone imbalances. The company was fined $145,000 for making unsubstantiated claims. It was even at the center of a Netflix docu-series. In 2019, Rihanna was named the richest female musician in the world by actor Ryan Reynolds. Recently cashed in on the sale of gin company Aviation American Gin, which he has co-owned since 2018, as part of a $610 million deal with drinks conglomerate Diageo. As part of the agreement, Reynolds will receive an initial payment of $335 million, followed by up to $275 million more depending on the performance of Aviation Gin over the next decade. Reynolds will also have to remain the face of the brand for that period. In February this year, Reynolds, alongside fellow actor Rob McElhenney, invested around £2 million, $2.5 million, into Welsh football team Wrexham, which plays in the fifth tier of the English league system. The pair agreed to buy into Wrexham, reportedly with the intention of making a Netflix documentary about the club, but only time will tell if the investment is a success on and off the field.